Blessings, my handsome and lovely babies. Welcome back to our channel. I'm your Queen Psychic Aura and welcome to the Relationship Psychic family. Today, we're going to talk about all the details of your love life this month, which is March 2023. So, yeah, you guys, I hope you like this video. If you did, do not forget to thumbs it up, and it would really mean so much to us and would really help our channel continue to grow and reach for more people. So, if you are new and haven't yet subscribed to our channel, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell as well so you don't miss when we upload a brand new video. And we also have an app called Mystica Psychic Readings, so make sure to download the app today. And we're giving you babies $5 of free credit to get you started. So just use the link down below in order to get that $5 of free credit and start talking to one of our fantastic talented psychics on our team. So yeah, so guys, welcome to today's reading. So we have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So I'd like you to pick your group intuitively. So feel free to pause this video just to meditate on the cards in order to make the right choice of yourself. And the timestamps will be down below. Okay, so once you have chosen your group, just fast forward to your specific timestamp. Okay, so I'm gonna get straight into the readings with group number 1. Hello, group number 1. So now we're gonna get into your readings to find exactly what is going on in your love life this month, okay? So we have both the Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords. So one thing I see in the Queen of Swords is that you're eager to get things done and you have a strong will. And I feel in the Four of Swords that it would be useful for you to spend time alone as well. So don't go on every date when you have the chance to go on. Just meet as few people as possible and make sure you kind of spend enough time grounding and healing yourself. As I can see in the Four of Swords, being too many places when it comes to love is going to stress you out more than help you. And if you're seeing too many people, going out with too many people, or thinking about too many people, that only shows that you are somewhat confused and unsure of what you truly desire. So kind of spend time alone with yourself. Also meditating and journaling until you have a clear understanding of what you actually want out of love. And this doesn't have to mean in the form of a committed relationship or marriage. That might also be the result of knowing you just want to have fun. So it's all up to you, and that is perfectly okay. This is no judgment zone for you, group number 1. I just want you to live your best life. So you should figure out how you want to live your best life and what makes you feel like you're living your best life. That is something that you really should make a priority this month, since it may have changed a lot in the previous months, which is why your spirit urged you to, reevaluate what you really desire. Okay, so then we have this Ace of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So we have a lot of energy heading towards action, and you're really doing something about things in love that you're not quite satisfied with, and it is amazing, group number 1. You know that a lot of people don't have the courage to do that. And I certainly see you having this breakthrough in the Ace of Swords. You're gonna reach a moment where you realize, yes, this is exactly what I want. Though it may have been foggy and a bit confusing before as we spoke, but you really reach a moment where exactly what you want and how you're going to get it, as well as what you don't want. Knowing what you want is challenging, but knowing what you don't want is much easier. That is exactly what I meant, group number 1. So, know that identifying what you don't want has a lot of value, because anytime you come across it, you're like, yeah, I'm not sure what I truly want, but I know this isn't it. So allowing that to guide you can be really super helpful. So with the Ace of Swords, I want you not to worry about what other people think, but we'll get to that in a moment. We have the Ace of Wands. So I can see one thing here in the Ace of Wands is that your idea of love, your idea of love life may be uncommon, and you may feel that others will criticize you for it. As I already said, it is unique or quite ordinary. It's kind of very like cliche, but it is important that you do not let other people's ideas affect your love life. And I can feel in this Ten of Pentacles, you're coming to a point of just satisfaction when it comes to appearance, health, and where you're at in your work. The last thing you need is to worry about what other people think about you and your love life. You may feel criticized from time to time because of where your love life is or not, and you may feel it's not for example, if you've been single for a long time or are in a marriage but things are a bit rough, and I don't want you to feel judged. I want you to know that this is something that everyone goes through. There is no such thing as perfect relationship. The problem is that many people would never talk about it or display it. So, group number 1, keep these matters confidential, okay? Just talk to those who will not judge you or make you feel as if anything is wrong with you. But there are a lot of people who pretend as friends or somebody you could talk to and be honest with. When it comes down to telling them the truth, though, they will judge you. They stare at you as if you're crazy, or they make you feel as if you're crazy. And that is just literally not what you need. Not now. Never again. So group number 1, avoiding telling people you don't know whether they have your best interest in mind or even recognize what you're about, okay? And make sure you don't tell them anything about your love life, all right? Then we have the Taurus full moon. So I see here that you need to concentrate on your love life goals. If, for example, you want to be in a committed relationship by the end of the next 6 months, you must commit to that, okay? And you may create a plan to increase your chances of success. So what you can do is download dating apps. I mean, legitimate ones, not just any old dating app, reputable ones where people are actually on, who want a serious relationship, a committed partnership, who want whatever it is that you want. Okay? Maybe you simply want to be with someone romantically or physically, but not commit to anything. And there are also places where you may meet people like that. So let's use the committed relationship as an example because it's much easier to explain. So if you desire a serious relationship, sign up for a few of dating apps. Go on dates without getting too attached to the first, second, or third person you meet. You kind of let yourself to put yourself out there in order to meet a wide range of people and figure out what you like and you don't like, okay? And you don't know whether there is someone out there who would vibe with a lot better if you've just been on 2 dates in your life or if you've only given it a short period of time. I mean, you never truly know because you will not be able to meet all of these 7 to 8 billion people on this planet in your lifetime. But at the same moment, don't make a decision immediately, alright? Don't settle for someone you think is the right person without first looking around and searching for love. And I can see that that is something important for you to know. So we have the new moon in Cancer, and one thing that I need you to know is that when it comes to love, you and your loved ones are safe. We're not talking about romantic love here, alright? We're not only talking about that sort of thing. Love may also be platonic. Love is also present in your relationship with the people you care about the most. So you may have been worried about one of your family members or just someone you care about. And by family, I never just mean blood relatives, okay? You cannot choose who your family are, which is why friendships are frequently more important than family sometimes, if you totally get what I mean. So know that they are safe, okay? Know that all of the people that you care about, that your love, are in a better place than you can imagine. And you don't need to worry, since worrying is not only stressful, but it is also physically damaging. It also causes a lot of inflammation in your body, which you do not need, group number 1. And then there's this right action and allowing. So following through on everything we discussed, group number 1, don't feel the need to limit yourself, okay? Don't feel like you can enjoy this wonderful time of going out and having fun, even if it's with someone you're interested in. And you feel like, okay, this may work out. Take them out. Bring them to your favorite places. See how they get along with your friends, your family, see how they cope in, social situations, or sort of certain areas of town that you like visit. See how they would fit into your life, and take action and experiment before you feel like you have to settle down. And then here's the thriving and going forward. So group number one, your love life is on very amazing path. Actually, your reading has been extremely positive when it comes to moving forward, making progress, discovering more of yourself as where that perfect harmony is for you. Your love life is kind of just romance in general, and I see you thriving overall. When it comes to love this month, when it comes to romance, your relationship will thrive, and you will have the opportunity and intimately connect with your existing relationship, as well as to determine precisely what you want out of new relationships and how to connect with people you are still getting to know. Okay, group number one. So that's the reading that I've got for you, and I sincerely hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it both informative and motivating, and let me know what truly touched you in the comment area, okay? And I'll see you soon in one of my forthcoming videos. Hello, group number two. Welcome to your reading. Okay, let's find out what's going on in your love life this month, March 2023. So, we have both the Fool and the Six of Pentacles. So, group number two, one thing I see here in the Fool is that this month, you will have this new outlook on life as well as openness. So, this new sense of feeling as if, everything can start anew, and like you can practically start like a new human being, group number two. So you kind of have a great deal of emotional trauma and weight when it comes to love. And this month will offer you a lot of feelings that will make you feel like you can leave that weight behind and simply go on to a place where you're very generous with your feelings. It is one of the things I see in this Six of Pentacles. As I can see, being generous with your time and feelings will give you so much more in return. So, what exactly do I mean, group number two? If you allow yourself to be generous and communicate with people about how you feel, as well as embrace them in a really loving and polite manner, I'm sure you will receive that back, because they kind of feel like very comfortable around you, and they will feel as though you're a good person to be around. And that is just something that you should embrace as much as you possibly can. Okay, so, but I'd like to go further into your reading, to get into the details. So, we've got the Queen of Swords. Now, one thing I see about you in the Queen of Swords is that you're quite self-sufficient, group number two, and you're not relying on someone in return your call. You're not relying on someone to contact you. You know precisely what you want, and if you want to meet up, you'll tell that person. And if, I can feel that if they don't contact you, well, you're left with the feeling that, alright, if they don't contact me, clearly they aren't that interested. I like that. I like that positive state of mind of yours, group number two, just because it shows how self-aware you are and how much you value yourself and your worth. Because when you consistently thinking about getting someone to hit you up who plainly doesn't care as much about you as they should, just shows that you're somewhere insecure, and that maybe you can't do it better, right? But I see you going away from that vibe, away from that emotion this month, which is something to be proud of. I'm proud of you. And here's the Eight of Cups. So here in the Eight of Cups, one thing I see is that it will teach you to go away. I noticed that walking away is a significant thing that you're learning to do better. So group number two, you've always known how to walk away. You've always recognized when something isn't right. But the time it has taken you to walk away has not always been particularly helpful or beneficial to you psychologically. Simply because, for example, if you are in an abusive relationship, this may be something that you have experienced not only in love, but maybe even in friendships, and it appears like you are continuously drawn back. You continually feel almost guilty for not walking away, from not leaving this person or this connection behind, and you keep coming back. It's kinda takes you a long time to summon the confidence to pack up and leave. And I see your fuse shortening, your BS fuse. And if you will, group number 2, and you're not going to accept crap anymore and will walk away much sooner than you would have in the past. Right? Then here's the first quarter moon in Sagittarius and the first quarter moon in Scorpio. Okay. Now one thing that I see here in the first quarter moon in Sagittarius is that you have to have faith in things that you are unlikely to materialize, especially when it comes to love, group number 2. I see you as more of a realist, which is good in circumstances like the one we just discussed. If someone doesn't value you as much as they should, stepping away is an important part of self-love. And that is an important element of just proving to the world that no, you do not have to put up with bad behavior. So I also want you to know that while that is great for those situations, at the same time, it's kind of always being a very realistic kind of person can take away from the magic of love, group number 2. Have you ever thought to yourself that maybe you're so straightforward and so much of realist that you're kind of taking a little bit away from this magical feeling of being infatuated? And there's one question I see here that you must ask yourself, okay? Maybe it would be better to release that just so you can enjoy a bit more, just so you can experience infatuation more, and just as passionately love more, which I believe everyone should experience at least once or twice in their lives, if not more. I want you to remember that you don't have to be so harsh and negative toward yourself all of the time or in every situation. It's alright to just let go occasionally, to let yourself have fun and be in the moment if it feels good, right? Okay, so we have the King of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Ooh. Ooh. So, one thing I see in both the King of Swords and the Nine of Swords is this. There is something that will cause you a lot of problems. I see that you're battling mentally with love because your heart desires one thing, but you feel like you should be going for something different. So it's kind of what your heart desires and what your mind wants, what your logical side wants and needs might be very different. But King of Swords, the one thing I see about you is that you are very eloquent and very intelligent. You always have excellent counsel for others. But group number 2, please take that advice also to yourself. There's no use in having great advice for other people, but feeling helpless when it comes to yourself. You know what I mean, group number 2? So it's important that you apply the same rules to yourself. Set a higher standard for yourself. And don't feel as if when you hit a wall, you say, oh, I've hit a wall, like I can't move myself, I can't, like that. I can't move forward. Instead, use the same energy and advice that you would give to your friends, family, and loved ones. Because there's no point in only using it on other people. Meanwhile, your love life is kind of, your love life and life in general is kind of total mess, or you feel very stressed, and if things are all over the place, actually take your own advice, group number 2, and that is something that is really important for you to do this month. All right, remember that. Then we have both power and opportunity. I can feel here that both power and opportunity is a fantastic chance in love for you to just exercise that power of feeling confident. When you're confident, you're gonna frequently the one who has the upper hand. But not always. But also in many situations. When you're talking to someone and then you kind of being confident and sort of showing that you're not going to accept anything less than what you deserve offers you an advantage. That gives you the power because the person knows you will not tolerate something you do not deserve. And you'll only interact in circumstances that you believe resonates with you and what you desire. But I want you to be careful not to utilize your power, but to just know that you have it. And just because you have power doesn't mean you should abuse or misuse it. Don't play games with people. Do not be that person who cancels on someone at the last minute, even if you knew all along that you didn't want to get out with them. You didn't want to get out with them again. Oh my goodness. Have you ever been on a date when you already know there will be no second date? Yet they still text you. They are still contacting you and they're still interested. But you just know it's not meant to be. Just cut those ties. Please don't hold on to that power and don't keep them in your corner or on your waiting list. Just kind of set them free. It is the only thing I consider important for you on group number 2. And for those of you who are bold enough to think that anyone would appreciate me that much, group number 2, you are lovable, okay? It is not bold of me to assume that anybody would run after you. It's obvious from your reading that the aura you're radiating is one of confidence. As in, take it or leave it. But I'm not going to dump myself down. I'm not going to put myself in a bad situation for the sake of someone else. And it is hot energy, group number 2. It is attractive. It is beautiful energy. Because, you know what? Who doesn't enjoy a modest human being who knows what they want and understand their worth? That is the power I see in you radiating. So, of course, you're gorgeous, group number 2. And here's the thriving card and then the release card. So, as we literally just discussed, you must release some connection that you have, emotional bonds that bind you to someone else. So, I can feel that. Example, if you're the person if you're the person in that example who feels tied to a situation because you see hope in it, but the person isn't really giving you any more details or information, you have to release yourself, okay? I'm asking you to let go of someone you know isn't right for you out of love because it's the right thing to do, okay? Be kind to yourself, but that doesn't mean that others will do that for you. If you've ever been strung along, you know how bad it feels and how much of a mental stressor it is. So cut yourself loose. You can do it, and you can go from being anxious and stressed to thriving, okay? To grow, to bloom, to flourish, okay? You can remove this one person who always finds a way to get back into your good graces, to get back into that soft spot, that sweet spot in your heart, and just nestle themselves in there and really actually, poke a hole in your heart and put them in a different realm far away from you so that you can thrive again and feel like you're not worried about your love life anymore. So allow yourself to cut those ties, group number 2, okay? And I see that cords are only holding you back. And, if somebody cannot make it clear that they are interested in you or that they are trying to pursue something more serious with you, if they cannot be honest and just say that that is not the case or that is the case, then you don't need to sit around in stress and mental suffering. You can cut yourself free from that situation and just basically say to yourself, as we spoke about in the Queen of Swords, like, look, whenever you're ready, you know where I am. And then we'll see whether I want to entertain this. But if you don't want me right now, you don't have the right to just all of a sudden want me later. So group number 2, if you get what I mean, is that you don't need anybody like that. Just know your worth, okay? So this is the reading that I received for you. I truly hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful as well as motivational and empowering. Because as I'm talking right now, it's just like I'm talking to you in person, right? I'm talking to you personally, and I can really feel it. I can feel the energy that please do it for your own good and for yourself, all right? And I hope that you have an amazing day or night, wherever you are in this world, group number 2, and I will see you soon in one of my upcoming videos. Bye! Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. Okay, let's get started on your reading to figure out what's going on in your love life this month, March 2023. All right? Okay, so we have both the King of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So, there are a lot of pentacles here, as well as a lot of earthy energy. This is reliable and anchored energy. And this might be your energy or the fact that you are an earth sign in general. One thing I feel here is that I want you to find or seek practically in the Four of Pentacles. Some people might wish to make appointments with you, but I want you to consider your own practicality, since you are frequently the person who will run miles for others, who will not even jump one additional meter ahead for you. You're a type of you're a type of person who will go out there. You're the type of person who will go out of their way just to satisfy another person or make another person's life simpler. But this isn't always the case. And one thing I see in the King of Pentacles is that you must be responsible with your time and energy. It's kinda, if you want to attract more love and abundance, you should be responsible for your time and energy. And I hope you always put yourself through hoops for people who will put themselves through hoops for you. And don't ask me how you know that. You know well. Your gut speaks volumes, and pretty sure there are surprises in friendship and relationships. But you have always had a little hesitation, or you have always known that the person may not to do the same for you as you would do for them. So, if you already have that feeling in love or even in other connections such as friendships, be careful and do not leap through hoops until you have seen them get a bit closer to leaping a hoop for you. I'm not suggesting you should constantly wait for people to do things for you, but you get the idea. This mutual give and take must exist. And you, group number 3, you are a giver. I can feel that. I can sense that. And your situation is very risky because takers do not always know when to stop. Many takers are unsure of when to stop. That is why you gotta know when to avoid giving. Alright? Group number 3, it's kinda, we all know this, that many takers are unsure of when to stop. That is why you gotta know when to avoid giving, alright? Group number 3, so it is important for you. Okay, then there's the Star and the Empress. Ooh, wow, fertile. Okay, wow, nice. We have a very beautiful vibe coming from you. Group number 3, I see that there is emotional harmony for you this March. There is an incredible energy that just display your maturity, an amazing energy that shows how concentrated you are. In addition, this is a very fertile month for you. Perhaps it could be what you were looking for. That may be something where you say to yourself, I need to be extra careful. Of course, that is all up to you, group number 3. But as I can see here, in the Star card, taking time to recharge your battery is something you should prioritize. Don't tell yourself that you don't have time to take a bath. I don't have the time to attend a yoga class. Just go, just live, just simply live, okay? You will find time in some way. I know that. How many times have you been on your phone watching movie or doing some busy work, and suddenly half an hour and half has passed, and suddenly half an hour has passed, and you've simply wasted it checking your DMs, emails, and so on and so forth? So, if you can delay and make time for it, well then spend that time for something that you can truly makes you feel rejuvenated and energetically recharged. Okay, you need it. I can feel that you really, really need it right now. I can sense and I can feel that somewhere out there who is watching or who is listening to this video that I'm doing, someone is out there that needs this reading, that you have to take time for yourself, rejuvenate and get energetically recharged, okay? And then there's the moon and the ace of cups. So there is a strong potential that a new relationship may emerge in your life. Wow. It is something I feel in the ace of cups. The ace of cups represents emotional fulfillment as well as a new beginning. So now, whether it is your soulmate or your twin flame, however, it is not stated by the ace of cups. Well, the ace of cups is all about the possibility of making a new relationship. And in the moon, I see that you'll have to trust your instincts, okay? Your intuition. We literally just discussed how important that is. And furthermore, the moon is a card that wishes to make you aware of illusions and inconsistencies between what people say and, what they actually do. Pay attention to what they do rather than what they say. Okay? Then there's release and opportunity. Okay. Group number 3. I can feel that there are possibilities for love here, but there are also opportunities to let go of old knots within you. And you may have always felt that you couldn't truly attract someone who was wealthy or physically gorgeous. Remember that you may recharge your energy and release more of those beliefs this month. Okay? I know it's not something you can accomplish in a day or a month, but just try to peel away those layers of doubt, one at a time throughout March, since it is a terrific month of it. Alright? Here is the healing chaos and forgiveness. Alright. Well, is this something that, I feel that forgive yourself, or you maybe have a messy love life. I don't know, it just come out in my heart. It might be because your love life has been, mainly empty or filled with less than ideal situations. All right? Please forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Know that the only way to learn is to make errors. Everyone makes mistakes, alright? So when you do everything perfectly, you do not learn. You do not earn skills or expertise. That is why when people reflect on their first relationship, they frequently say to themselves, wow, we were completely incompatible. I totally met the person out of desperation because I didn't think I could find someone better. So in general, this was not a good situation. Well, if you've been there before, group number 3, there is one thing I want you to remember, and how far you've come and how much those previous experience and setbacks have taught you. Don't think of it as a failure. Instead, see it as evidence that you're learning and growing. All right? So, and forgive yourself. Is anyone there watching or listening right now? And if anyone who's been there before in that kind of situation and still right now can't forgive themselves, I want you to forgive yourselves for your own good so that you can move on, okay? We know it's hard to say that, yeah, move on, but you can try. I just felt someone out there is listening right now and watching. And whoever you are, that you have a heavy heart because you can't forgive yourself, you have to be healed. That's what it says here, the healing chaos and forgiveness. This is not an accident that you heard this. This is really for you. Forgive yourself so that you can move on. Okay? Alright. Then, we have this full moon. So, I can see that your dreams need a practical strategy. Again, earthy energy, as well as the Aries full moon. Now, group number 3, one thing I see here is that you're going to end the month with a bang. Oh, yes, maybe a literal bang. If you get what I mean, you know, Honestly, the energy is intense and hot right now. As for me talking to you right now, it really, my emotions are, I don't know. I can't say anything. It's just really intense. I feel like I'm talking to somebody else or someone that is really need this reading. And I'm so grateful and I'm so happy that you just click the button and then you heard this conversation. And thank you to both of us because I know you need this. And thank you for giving us the chance to give you some inspiration, okay? And I feel that you need to focus on developing a practical plan for your love life. Well, definitely everything will come to an exciting finish towards an end of the month. Maybe with you meeting someone or getting close to someone or being intimate with someone or simply having that experience that you have been looking for. Okay? So, plan ahead of time. At the same time, prepare ahead. Think to yourself, what are you going to do to make sure that you maintain a fulfilling love life? What would you do to ensure that you are not placing all of your eggs in one basket? You should keep that dating profile current. You may want to keep your heart a bit more guarded because you don't want to be like that person who had that first relationship and is hanging on because they are subconsciously frightened that they won't be able to meet someone easily again. They settle less. And it's kind of make sure that you don't place yourself in that mindset, okay? Let yourself enjoy the peak, this beautiful feeling that you will have in love towards the end of March. All right? My cat is meow. Anyway, but also keep centered on what you actually desire and don't settle until it's exactly what you want. But of course, but don't turn out fun just because it's not the final objective. The journey is everything. Just so you know, it's not about the end result. We're always on the go. So you may as well enjoy the journey you're taking, or you might as well enjoy the journey. Well, okay, group number 3. This is the reading that I've got for you, and I truly hope that you found it helpful, inspirational, and motivating. And I hope that it provided you with a peace of mind out there, whoever you are. And let me know honestly what moved you in the comment area, okay? See you soon again at one of my next readings. Bye!